think of it, I always go back to Christmases with my great-grandmother. She would cook it in a beautiful roast, serve it with all the fixings and veggies, and then we'd have it with mint sauce. And even just thinking of it now just warms my heart. Makes me think of Christmas and my great-grandmother. I love it.
So my family never really cooked that dish, and it wasn't something I was used to eating, and I never thought to order it until I was in my 20s, and I had it, and it was so amazing. And so now if it's ever on the menu, like, that's what I'll order, because when you have it cooked right, it's beautiful.
What's the right for you?
I do like it on the grill, typically with a marinade, and there's actually a very nice place you can purchase it close by, and just, with some lemon slices and some rosemary and some herb, and then you need maybe a bit of oil, and sometimes I've had it with a vinaigrette. Can work, sometimes not, but that to me is delicious.
Well, one of my favorite Easters was the first time my mom actually cooked it. We usually don't have this type of dish during Easter time. We usually go for fish, but my mom was creative. She tried something new, so it was really special, and I never forget it. It was with some mustard cream on top of it, some mushrooms, so it was really nice.
The best dish I ever had was the shank, and it was so good. It was made in some Indian spices, Indian curry sort of thing, and I just loved it.
The best dish I've had was in Prince Edward County, and it was local ingredients. It was just very simple with rosemary and grilled. I've always loved this ingredient. I think it's very tasty. I think it has a unique flavor to it, and if you do it right, it can be very tender.
What's right for you? What's right for you?
What's right?
Yeah.
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
This meat that everyone is so fascinated and at the same time confused about is lamb. Throughout the world, the most popular Easter symbol is lamb. The reference to lamb in Christianity goes back to the book of Genesis. In the past century, it was considered a lucky omen to meet a lamb, especially at the Easter time. A few hundred years later, the Pope adopted it, and the whole roasted lamb became the feature of the Pope's Easter dinner, and has been ever since. Lamb is a sheep under 12 or 14 months old. The most popular lamb consumed in North America comes from New Zealand, Australia, US, and Canada itself. The number one consumer of lamb meat in the world is Mongolia, with a consumption of 50 kilograms of sheep meat per person per year. Average Kiwi or Icelander consumes about 20 or 21 kilograms per year, while the average Canadian will consume only 1 kilogram per year. Lamb can be butchered and purchased in 3 types of cuts. Primal bone-in cut, for example a leg or a whole shoulder or egg. Subprimal cut, such as trimmed boneless loin, boneless leg or shank. Or portion control cuts, like rib chops or lamb shoulder chops. The cut that you choose to buy will define the method of cooking or vice versa. The cut that I've chosen is the primal cut of the lamb shoulder. I wanted to cook kleftika, a traditional Greek dish which requires either a lamb shoulder or a leg. Leg would be a more leaner and cheaper choice and would take less time to cook. Lamb shoulder, however, contains more fat, which creates a more rich flavor, so I decided to go all the way and reach that flavor point. I generally prefer a vegan or vegetarian diet, for ethical reasons included. So when I was choosing a butcher to buy meat for the blog, I decided to choose the most suitable, sustainable one. My choice fell on one of our butcher professor's business ventures, Healthy Butcher Store, where all the meat and poultry and dairy products that are sold are organic. The choice of an organic meat is surely not the cheapest one, but at least the meat that you eat, if you choose to, you will know where it comes from, you will know how it was fed, brought and slaughtered. 2 kilograms of lamb shoulder that I purchased cost me about 50 Canadian dollars. For this kind of investment, you will get about 1 kilogram of pure cooked meat, in return to feed 3 to 4 people depending on the portion size, not counting the bones that could be used for stock and sauce preparation. Acceptable cooking methods for this cut of meat is slow, very slow roast in the oven or slow braise. Braise method will definitely keep the meat more juicy, but it will not have such a distinctive flavor as the roast method. So I've chosen the roast method of slowly cooking meat or in the baking bag in the oven for at least 5 hours at 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can start from 5 and go up to 8 hours. During this time, all the fat melts down completely, which enriches the flavor, and you will also have this beautiful and unforgettable crust. However, an overnight marination and good sauce are surely needed, as the meat would be rather dry. A detailed recipe for kleftika you can find in the description below. I generally don't like meat so much, red meat, because I prefer vegetarian cuisine or vegan cuisine. I think it's the future of our industry, and I enjoy exploring this area and finding new recipes. However, one of my favorite red meats is lamb, and I really like kleftika, the dish that I just cooked. I also was very surprised by lamb when I was studying in Cordon Bleu in Paris. We cooked rack of lamb and I really enjoyed it. So my conclusion about it, the most important thing is to cook it right, and then you will really enjoy it, and the right sauce. Sauce is very important. Yeah, and lots of people don't like lamb because generally it's a very fatty animal, especially the cut that I chose, the shoulder, it's a very fatty one. So if you don't cook it enough or the right way, you might get lots of fat. And people who tried it like that, they will say that I don't like lamb, but they just don't know how to cook it. So that's my conclusion. Thank you very much.